If you don't work every day of the week, you actually have time to live. Who would have thunk? Good morning. It's a work weekend, so I'm about to head in. I'm at my regular place that I work this weekend, not the extra one, which means I'll be here until it's 1, maybe 1:30. I'm gonna need to do some hour math once I go in to figure out what time I'll be leaving. But I did just make an order for my new bag because I showed you at the end of maybe 2 vlogs ago that it was breaking. Look, it's so broken. It's not connected here, and it's supposed to be. That's not where the opening of the bag is meant to be. It's supposed to be closed like this, so I just placed a new order, so hopefully my bag comes soon, because right now I'm having to carry it like a little child. But hi, I'm Anna, if you don't know me. I'm a social worker working in a detention setting with incarcerated youth. Today, I know I have 2 notes to type because I did sessions this past week that I haven't typed the notes for yet. So I know I have 2 notes to type. I'll do rounds just to check on all the kids, check on all the youth, see how we're doing today. I've got some paperwork to sign. And other than that, I don't think there's much beyond that, but I guess we'll just see. Hoping for a great day though. Obviously I can't take my phone in with me. It's gonna be so weird for me once I get some sort of different job other than this one where I can have my phone on me during the day, and it's not like work vlogs that's okay, see you when I get out, and then I get out and it's all right, this is what happened, and they're gonna actually be oh, lunchtime, little vlog. I don't know, it's gonna be so weird. But for now, that's not me. I'm in jail, so I'll see you after. Oh, done with work, out from jail. Today I did basically everything that I said that I thought I was going to have to do. I typed my case notes and I feel like they came out pretty good. I feel like case notes are just the type of thing that is mentally hard to do, because it's I just did the counseling session, but now I have to type up what was in the counseling session when I just did the work of doing the counseling session. But I did type them up, put them in, it was all good. Walked around and seen a lot of the kids, spent a lot of time with them today. I kind of checked in with my monthly calendar to make sure that all of the sessions that I have planned are good for my schedule, and that I actually am seeing everybody as often as I'm trying to. And if any of this sounds interesting to you at all, then I would love to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, and also thank the sponsor of today's video, which is socialworkdegrees.org. Now, you've probably heard of me talk about them before because I've been talking about them very often in the past year or so, honestly. But socialworkdegrees.org is a resource that is geared towards basically anyone who has any sort of interest in anything social work. If you are looking for a degree program, they have all sorts of information on different programs that are available online versus in person, advanced standing MSW versus traditional MSW, bachelor's degrees, PhDs, any of those. They have a search engine that you can use and kind of find different schools and what your options are there. But then even beyond that, they also have articles that cover just about almost anything that you could want to learn more about. I actually have written a couple of the articles on that site, so of course they're going to be linked down in the description below, but go see if you can find any of the ones that have my little picture by them. If you have questions about licensing, about the different areas of social work that you could get into, hearing some about the personal experiences of different people who have become social workers in various different ways or have worked in various different settings, that site is chock full of resources. But then also another opportunity for you is to follow Social Work Degrees on Instagram. Their handle literally is just that. I'll put it here, at Social Work Degrees. You will also see me on that page since I am an ambassador for them. But you will also see, just like with the website, various different resources, different social work content creators get featured on there. But then also there's a lot of people who, if you are interested in social work, have very similar interests as you that will also follow the page. I do Instagram story takeovers there once a month. So this one will be towards the end of the month. You'll see me in the stories there. But I just love sharing this resource with you and love contributing to Social Work Degrees because it is so important to have accessible information. And of course, if you have goals or aspirations, things that you want to achieve, whether in your professional life or in your educational life, whatever it may be, then this is definitely a resource that you don't want to miss out on. So like I mentioned, socialworkdegrees.org will be linked down below. I'll also link their Instagram down below. So again, thank you to Social Work Degrees for sponsoring this video, and honestly, you'll keep hearing more about them just because ambassador. But yes, after work on my way back, I stopped by the library because I had some books to switch out. I had some holds to pick up and some to return, but they also had a book sale going on at the library. And so I have a whole lot of books I need to carry up to the apartment. I am starving, so that is going to be my number one priority whenever I get back to the apartment. But at some point today, we'll catch up. I'll kind of show you what I got into. And overall, really just hoping for a good Saturday. Sorry for the darkness, but I don't know how to fix it because the sun's not up yet, but it is 7:17 and I'm about to go into work. My goal was to get here by 7 today, and that did not happen, but I have a book club at 11:30, and so I'm leaving early, so I was going to get here early. But I did not talk to the vlog very much at all yesterday after I got home, as you definitely know because you just watched it and then all of a sudden jump to now and you're like, oh, it's a new day. Yes, it's a new day. Honestly, yesterday was just kind of one of those mental health type days, and by that I don't necessarily mean oh, I'm taking a day off for my mental health. I mean no, I was struggling, it kind of sucked, so I was just kind of pushing through to get through the day, but I did work on my puzzle, as you saw, and I took some time to rest and relax as well. I was trying not to push myself too hard, but obviously that meant that I did not take the energy to vlog. Now, that being said, I'm about to head into work, and I'm going to take my new books with me that I got at the library yesterday, the ones to keep, not checked out at the library. Basically, the boys really like reading because it's honestly one of the things you can do in your room, whenever you are detained. Any books that we would bring in, which I haven't actually brought any in yet myself, would have to get approved, and so they're very strict on content and all of that, but I feel like these ones are pretty good. So I know you can't really see them, but I got the first 3 Percy Jackson series, so the Lightning Thief, the Sea of Monsters, and the Titan's Curse. I got To Kill a Mockingbird, so that's a classic. I got The Hunger Games, and then there's also a book called The Stars Beneath Our Feet by David Barclay Moore, which I don't know, but it just seemed like it would fit my audience. So I'll bring those in today and wait for them to get approved. As far as actual work goes today, I know I'll be making a birthday card because there's a birthday today, so I'm gonna be making a birthday card. I'll do the regular rounds, see the kids, all of that, and then I'll be answering, I think there's a kid who's been having trouble sleeping, and so I'll kind of go through the first steps of how we can work on that with him. But I think that's it, at least as far as I know. So I am hoping to get out by 11 so that I can make book club, and I'll see you then. Cold and rainy today, but I'm headed to book club. We're going to a brewery in Midtown. This is the one that I read The Silent Woods by Kimmy Cunningham Grant for. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. And also, a good day at work. I did all of the things that I said I was going to do and not much more. But nice to see you in the light of day now. It is 11, right now. I got out at the exact time that I was hoping to. My theme lately has been poorly lit car clips, but I'm getting home from work right now after a Monday. I had my hair up in a claw clip all day today, but then took it down on my drive. My coworkers were all making fun of me oh, I didn't even recognize you. I thought we had someone from the Amish community coming up with your hair swept up like that. It was just in a claw clip, a normal looking claw clip, I thought, but I took it down. I spent most of my day, honestly, I was really trying to have a day where I didn't do too much, but it was very busy. I spent my morning doing my actual work, the clinical stuff, saw a kid, did some documentation, that kind of thing, and then the afternoon, I spent the entire afternoon walking around and getting Christmas cards from the kids, like passing out papers, letting them write, you know, and then getting it back and be like, okay, this one's going to mom, this one's going to grandma, this one's going to cousin Sue, like whoever it is. And so like really good thing, but it took a lot of hours to get all of the kids. But there were some really great Christmas cards that came out from it. And then either my coworkers are going to envelope them and mail them whenever I'm gone for the next 2 days, because I'm off 2 days in a row, or on Thursday when I get back I will do that. So we'll kind of just see about that. Very exhausting day, but also it's the fact that this is like my Friday, even though it's a Monday, and my weekend's coming up, so it's kind of that end of the week type vibe. I do want to, but also don't want to work out tonight. It's like I want to, but also I'm exhausted, and it sounds so good to like sit on the couch and read or something like that. But I'm mostly looking forward to the next 2 days too, since they'll be off, so I can be a chill girly. I was hoping to get an earlier start to my day. Well, I did get an early start to my day, but I woke up at, I don't even remember what time, but I had an oil change appointment at 7:30 this morning. And I always want to sit and wait whenever I'm getting my oil change, because I kind of feel like it kind of puts some pressure, like, ooh, let's get this done fast. Which I understand that car people have to, you know, do their work, other people's cars are there, everything. It's 10 a.m. now though, and I'm returning home. So I really was sitting there for a long time. I really became good friends with the car people while I was just in their vicinity for 2.5 hours, but I was able to read, and so like I was just chilling. I had a goal to finish my book today. I'm not quite there, but I mean 2.5 hours in the morning spent sitting in the car shop reading definitely helps me progress on that goal. But then it was embarrassing because whenever I get back to my car, they had engaged the parking brake. It was totally flat, so I don't know why they did that. I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to be doing all the time. I don't know, but they'd engaged the parking brake, and I'm sitting there all ready to go, and I can't get the parking brake to disengage. I'm like pressing the little button that's supposed to release it, like trying to push the lever down, but also not trying to break it. And I probably tried for like 5 minutes because I was like, that's so embarrassing to have to walk back in. But eventually I walked back in to my friends that I had just spent so many hours with, and I was like, excuse me, I'm sorry, the parking brake is on and I cannot get it off. And he was like, oh, strange, like let's go check it out. So he walks back out with me, I give him my keys, he gets in, turns on my car. Immediately the parking brake goes down. Immediately. I feel like it's the phenomenon when you pass someone a jar that you've been working on and you can't get open, and they're just that's what it felt like. But today is a Tuesday, and what is so fun and special is that I have both Tuesday and Wednesday off this week. And for the rest of December, I have Tuesday and Wednesday off. I feel like for the longest time, I've been working 6 days a week, and sometimes those will be half days, so it's not the full 40 hours, you know, hourly workers. But working 6 out of 7 days, even if it's not a full day every day, is just very different than having 2 full days off. So I am thrilled, to say the least. Absolutely thrilled. I got a couple like inner workings of what the plan will be, but I'm also hoping to, you know, chill, have the days off, rejuvenate the mind. I have really been chilling for most of the day. It's been about 4.5 hours now since I got home. Only 2:30 in the day, which is wonderful. I feel like I still have so many hours left, but I finished my book, which was very good. I had to like sit and process for a little bit afterwards. I created some content that I'm really loving, I'm really excited about. I filmed and edited an entire YouTube video. Granted, the edits were very much not strenuous at all. Like, it's one of the quickest videos I think I've ever edited, so pretty nice. Some like soft to-dos for the rest of the day. I am gonna work out at some point, but I want to eat before then, so I'm going to make some, we have this like gluten-free, dairy-free mac and cheese, and whenever I got it, I got 2 boxes of it, and so I made the old box probably like 2 months ago at this point, and it just really wasn't all that good at all. So I've been putting off making the other box, but I don't have all too many options for food right now, and so I figure that's gonna be a good way to get a good, it's gonna be a meal. It's definitely gonna be a meal, just maybe not my absolute favorite one. But I want to eat before going to work out, and then kind of just like continue planning content, I think, while I'm feeling very inspired and excited and happy and everything. Some like tentative to-dos either today or tomorrow or really just like any time coming up, because I want to make sure not to overload myself at all. But some tentative to-dos are to continue making a donation pile, because I'm trying to like offload things that I don't wear in my closet, or just like things that are sitting around that I don't need. So continue working on that. Or I also want to repot some of the plants that I have, just because it's been a while and a lot of them are needing it. And I used to be such a plant girly, and I kind of don't spend as much energy with them at all. So I feel like I need to like dedicate some good plant mom energy. I said either today, tomorrow, or in the coming weeks. Those are very tentative to-dos. I don't know what I made. I really don't. It was going to be the mac and cheese, as you know, but then I happened, whenever I was like looking at the cooking instructions, to see the nutrition label, and usually that doesn't like bother me too much, like it doesn't deter me from what I'm going to eat. But I saw on the nutrition label that it was 88% of a daily like suggested sodium intake. And I was like, I'm not gonna have 88% of sodium in a mac and cheese that I just like don't even like. It's like, that just doesn't seem worth it to me. So instead I just made the pasta, and I threw away the cheese sauce, the fake cheese sauce, because I wasn't gonna do that. I just made the pasta. In my head I was like, I've heard that butter pasta is easy, but I didn't actually have any butter, so I just kind of made up something in my head, and I was like, okay, we'll do some olive oil and some garlic, and then we'll kind of toss around the noodles in there and some black pepper, and that's my really late lunch. Just a couple errands today before I hunker down and get editing, but first I'm heading to TJ Maxx because, well, number one, I already had to go here because my Secret Santa for work, the person that I got, wanted a TJ Maxx gift card, and so I think I'm gonna do, because our budget's like 20 to 25, so I think I'm gonna get a $20 gift card and then spend the other 5 on making it pretty, maybe like throwing a little like chocolates in there, or just like some kind of extra treat to make the presentation look good. And then Zach actually also has a white elephant coming up for his work. They have a little work party going on, and he forgot to get anything for it, and so I'm gonna get something for his white elephant as well while I'm at TJ Maxx. And then I also need to go to Kroger to get aluminum foil and parchment paper, because we are totally out, so I haven't been able to bake or roast or do anything like that for dinners recently. And then he also requested a rotisserie chicken, so I guess I'll be getting rotisserie chicken if they have them at Kroger, because they honestly haven't been having them as much as they definitely used to be. But first stop, TJ Maxx. Okay, so little white elephant haul. With my work ones, well, and Secret Santa. With mine, whenever we put our names down to like get put into the little bucket that we drew from, you also put like 3 gift ideas for you. And so that's what I'm saying, like the person who I drew. Actually, so the person that I drew, TJ Maxx, Red Lobster, or Olive Garden. And so I just did TJ Maxx because she put that one first. So I got this cute little bag, and then little TJ Maxx gift card, so I'll just put that in there. And then the little extra thing I got her was a little candle. It's a birthday cake woodwick candle, which, if you may remember, my woodwick candle is my absolute favorite. They do the like crackly sound as they burn, and it smells good too. So I'll load that up with some tissue paper. Now for Zach's white elephant, it was a little bit different of a vibe in that it's meant to be, you know, like a white elephant, like a little bit goofy. And so we got, by we, I mean I got on behalf of Zach, this little gnome. He like can sit on a table or like on a mantle or something like that. Thought he was just funny looking. He's gonna go inside the gnome bag. And then the second thing that we got for them was this cafe mocha candle that looks like a coffee cup. It's just a little rubber lid, and it smells like cinnamon coffee. And then just some chocolates that will like disperse between our two. So I feel like that was pretty successful. I also got myself kombucha at Kroger, along with the aluminum foil and the rotisserie chicken. So pretty successful trip. I have an important call coming up in like 45 minutes or so that I'm going to prep for just a tad, and then do a couple of the activities that I just feel like I need to do, like starting laundry, that type of. Our laundry basket is like piled up this, like it's one of them. It's one of the ones that's like this tall, but the laundry in it's like piled up this tall right now. So we'll at least start that, and then I may do my puzzle for a little bit, kind of as a de-stress activity while I prep for the call. Eventually today I will start editing, because I do need to do that as well. Just don't know yet when that's gonna happen. Today, we're headed into a coffee shop to do some work because as I was thinking about what the day is going to hold, I really wanted to continue reading the book that I'm currently reading, and I also have some editing to do, and I was like, I could do what I always do and just sit on my couch and at my dining room table and do both those things, or I could go ahead to a cute little coffee shop, get myself a cute little drink, maybe a cute little breakfast sandwich, and do all the same work there. So that's the plan for today. And also it kind of fulfills with my December goals. I had several goals, 5 wellness activities, 4 solo dates. This is a solo date. And then what were the other ones? 3 outdoor times, trying out 2 new skills or 2 new things that I don't usually do, and then 1 day with no phone. But this is a solo date, so that's pretty cool.
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee shop we like to go. Late night walks with you to take me home.
Here we are in Wednesday afternoon, and I feel like an entirely new person with my 2 days off in a row. The amount of time that I've had to complete the little tasks that have been bugging me. I just finished an entire blog article that I was supposed to write in November, but now it's December 7th, I think, 6th maybe. Actually, I should probably check. It's December 7th, and I just finished that. Basically, I've had time, is what I'm saying. And I feel like I'm mentally rejuvenated based on this time off. If you're new, since I've last done this spiel, then this might be useful information. But if you remember whenever I would say this every video, I apologize because you could probably say it along with me. Basically, the social work job that I work is 29 hours a week. However, I do not work 29 hours a week. I work more than that because they are short-staffed a different place nearby. And so they were like, hey, you want to go in and help them out for some extra hours each week? And I was like, sign me up for that paycheck. And so on average, I'm working probably 35 hours a week, probably on average. Sometimes it is up to 39 though. But whenever I work 39 hours, like I said, it's been spread out over 6 days, sometimes even 7 days, which is kind of me. And so my self-care for myself is that going into the new year, I'm going to make sure to schedule myself so that I have 2 full days off each week. That's still not going to be me working full-time, obviously, at my part-time employment, but having an actual weekend within a week, I think is very important to mental health and self-care, and honestly even productivity, especially because add on to the fact that I have, my little side gig, that definitely takes quite a few hours each week as well. But my self-care is that I'm going to be scheduling myself to make sure that I have at least Tuesday and Wednesday. I think some weeks it might be ending up where it's going to be Wednesday and Saturday that I get off, but still, regardless, that's okay. So basically, if you can't tell, today was a great day. Whenever I went to the coffee shop, I was there for probably 3 hours this morning. I was doing YouTube work. I was reading my book. I secured a brand deal and reached out to another one. That's something, I guess we're going to be going into 2023 goals soon enough in videos, but that's something that going into 2023, I want to be better about my reach out skills, because if I'm going to make this a business, then I might as well make this a business, you know what I mean? Especially on that part-time social work salary. But a wonderful time at the coffee shop. And then after that, I went to Kroger to get some groceries, which I didn't end up getting everything because I didn't end up having everything that I wanted. And so there's a chance that Zach and I'll go to Whole Foods tonight because he already wanted to go to Whole Foods. And what they didn't have at Kroger was scallops. And I have loved scallops every time that I've gotten them at a restaurant, but I've never prepared them myself. But Kroger didn't have any. And so I was like, well, I guess I could just do shrimp instead. And Zach was like, no, Whole Foods. And so I think we might be going there later tonight. But it is 3:45. So I'm gonna start what I'm actually planning for dinner tonight now, because then it'll be ready by the time that Zach gets home, and then also I can eat it earlier. Super easy, just a turkey taco rice bowl with pico de gallo and avocado slices. I just read that backwards, in the viewfinder of my camera. I just read that mirror image. But yes, I'm going to do that. Continue watching other people's Vlogmas and YouTube content because that's fun. But I think you can tell that I'm in a very good mood. I'm feeling rejuvenated, fresh, relaxed, recharged, and I still have hours left in the day. This is crazy. If you don't work every day of the week, you actually have time to live. Who would have thunk?
With you, I never feel alone.
These little songs make me glad to call you mine. And you have got my head in the clouds.
1, 2, 3. All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything. The simple joy of hearing your voice every morning. I wake to a kiss on my face. Oh, I don't need too much. Just your simple love